Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing one of the final GTR badge cars within GT7. I think there's only actually one more car I need to cover, which is a bit of an oddball one, so I'll do that at a later date. But we are continuing this time again with the R35 GTR, but the Nismo model. Essentially one of the fastest and craziest GTR badge cars ever made. However, how does it stand up within Gran Turismo 7? Will it be a step up over the premium edition, or will it flop? So if you want to buy this car for yourself from the Nissan dealership, you're looking at 187,000 credits, around about nearly, almost 100,000 credits more than the GTR 17 Premium Edition. For this, you're getting 616.69 pp, 591 brake horsepower, turbocharged, four-wheel drive, and weighing 1,740 kilograms. So if you've never joined me for a car review, this is how it's going to work. We take it in its standard form for a lap around the Nordschleife Nürburgring layout, and then we'll essentially see where it ranks on our hot lap leaderboard, usually within the car's PP category. Then after that, if it is eligible, like most road cars are, we will fully customize it and send it for a hot lap around the high speed ring to see where it ranks on our modified lap time leaderboard. So you're basically seeing what you get with this stock version and what you're going to get if you modify it, and if it's really worth your time and effort, as well as me talking about what it's like within GT7 itself. So let's get started with the Nismo GTR. This is essentially the craziest version of the R35 GTR in terms of the road cars. It essentially should be taking everything the standard 17 Premium Edition does within Gran Turismo 7, making it faster, making it more track worthy, and essentially just becoming the ultimate R35. However, there is a bit of a kicker with this car, and I will talk about it now. So let's talk the standard version first. It is much quicker than the usual GTR 17 model that we also have in GT7. It also feels much tighter, much sharper, and just overall a much better car in its standard version anyway. However, fully modified, this car is definitely not as good. In my opinion, it just lacks overall top speed and the handling that the original GTR actually gives us. As well as the downside being that you actually have to pay for this car. There is no way to earn this car through cafe menus or anything like that unless you got it from a random roulette ticket. So you're talking about paying, 180,000 credits over a free car that you was given. And that's really where I can compare these cars. From a price points perspective, you're getting the R35 GTR, 17 normal edition for free in GT7. It's part of your Cafe Menu 35. You'll get it as a reward car, so you're not actually having to put money out for the car itself. Fully upgraded, you're talking, maybe a couple of 100,000 credits, and you are getting a car that puts out nearly 1,000 brake horsepower and overall landed a second place spot on my modified lap time leaderboard. And whilst its stock version wasn't too rapid around the Nordschleife, at least up to some of the other current cars that we have lapped, in all honesty, overall it was one of the best modified cars that I've tried in the entirety of GT7. So from a price point and a bit of a bargain standpoint, the original GTR 17 is just absolutely incredible. The fact that if you want the Nismo version, you're going to have to put out nearly 200,000 credits, and whilst that's not really too expensive within GT7, let's be honest, it's still a bit of a downside in comparison to getting a car for free and just throwing the upgrades on. So in total, you're talking around about 200,000 more to get this car fully upgraded, and it is weaker overall when it is fully upgraded as well, in terms of its track lap times at least. However, the standard version is much quicker and overall the better car, so it's a bit of a trade-off. If you're not planning on upgrading the Nismo, you are getting a very good package for under 200,000 credits. However, if you want to upgrade it, you're going to be talking a weaker package than a free car. So, it has its upsides, it has its downsides. So, if I was going to recommend one of them to you, I would have to say overall, the standard GTR is the one you want to go for, just for its customizability and more affordable price, the fact that it's a free car and this one isn't. However, if you just want to collect all the GTRs and you want to get the raw performance out of the standard Nismo GTR, you are getting a much better track car as standard with the Nismo versions. It really does kind of set out what it was made to do. So yeah, overall I can recommend it if you want a stock version. A price point of under 200,000 credits really isn't too shabby in comparison to some other vehicles within the game. However, you know, that's kind of where the plus sides of the Nismo car really end, at least within GT7 anyway. So with that being said, let's go and see how it ranks on our lap time leaderboard. So overall, this car came in 9th in the 600 pp category, beating the likes of the Honda RA272, which is an old F1 car, and the Ford Mark IV race car, which is one of the classic Le Mans cars, as well as a bunch of cars like the Alfa Romeo Giulia, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS as well. So really not a sloppy lap time, and it was only a couple of seconds off of the Group 4 cars. So yeah, rather quite impressed with that one, not too bad. However, this is where the upsides end for the Nismo GTR. We've gone for a fully modified version here. We have all the upgrades on. We have the exact same match as the GTR 17, the standard version. So we are running racing softs, all the upgrade parts we can, and again, no tune, unlike the, you know, the same as the GTR 17. You know, I cannot go ahead and just, you know, start tuning it, because that's when things get out of hand and it makes it a little bit less equal in terms of certain cars. So it's just going to be full modifications on, lap time around the high speed ring. So let's go ahead and do that now. So the Nismo GTR, in all honesty, it is definitely weaker, and I would say its weak point actually comes in the corners when fully upgraded. I just didn't get a feeling for it. It didn't feel quite right. He wasn't able to carry as much speed through the corners no matter which line I tried to take. It always felt, I guess, below the expectation that I had for it. You know, the GTR 17 set the bar so high yesterday, just being an all-around amazing car, even without any tuning on it and just full upgrades, that the Nismo just felt lacking, and I just cannot put my finger on why. You know, it's just as quick out the corners, it's just as quick, I guess, you know, overall in terms of its top speed. They were both topping out at the same speed. However, just through the corners it felt much more sluggish, much heavier, and just didn't feel as good as the 17 GTR standard model. So overall, I cannot recommend the Nismo if you're wanting a fully modified car. It's just not as good as the free car you're going to be getting with the standard Nissan GTR that you was given at Cafe Menu 35. So overall, I have to say that, you know, the overall car and winner of these two has to go to the standard GTR for both price point and modified performance. However, it did come in third overall on our lap time leaderboard, and as you can see, it's over 1.2 seconds slower than the standard premium edition GTR, which we reviewed yesterday. So with that being said, it's still a very good performing car when fully upgraded, still being faster than the likes of the Alfa Romeo Giulia, the R34 and the R33. It's still a step above those, but even fully upgraded, it's a step below a free car. So I just cannot recommend it if you want it for those purposes. However, overall, standard, this car does set out what it aims to do. It is a proper Nismo badged car. It's fast, it's planted, and it feels absolutely awesome to drive. However, if you are a full modification guy, then in all honesty, just go with the free gift car that you got with the GTR 17 Premium Edition. So that concludes really for all of the main GTR models. There's still a bit of an oddball car that I'm going to review, and then I will round up my opinion on what my favourite GTR badge cars are within GT7 after I finish reviewing the bunch of them. So that's going to be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. It does really help out the channel and helps me grow. Thank you so much for your support recently. I'll have my Discord, my Twitter and my donation link down in the description below if you do want to check them out. Also, a big thank you to my sponsors, the Controller People and Poggers, for their continued support. I will see you all in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Peace.